Here I go to get to my own.
That's one of the stories we're explaining this Thursday on Cnn10. First, though, we're updating you on events in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's been 3 days since a mass shooting took place there at an outdoor country music concert. At least 58 people lost their lives. More than 500 others were injured, either by the shooting or by people rushing to get away. And the question remains, why? What motivated the suspected shooter? During a news conference with U.S. President Donald Trump, who visited Las Vegas Wednesday, police said they were going to get the answers. And though an official with the Federal Bureau of Investigation called the lack of a clear motive a surprise, he said the suspect's communications, financial records, friends, plus video surveillance were all being looked at. The suspect, a 64-year-old retired accountant, apparently killed himself before police entered his hotel room. He had no significant criminal history. Police were not monitoring him. He was found with an arsenal of weapons. In fact, dozens of guns were recovered from his hotel room and his 2 homes in Nevada. And while investigators work to piece that together with other evidence they're finding, the hospitals treating the victims are working to save lives.
We met patients that were absolutely terribly wounded, and the doctors, the nurses, all of the people at the hospital have done a job that's indescribable.
Up next today, we're taking you to Yemen. It's one of the world's countries that's currently struggling with a civil war. It's located in the Middle East. The fighting's been going on there for more than 2 years, and a side effect of all the violence and political upheaval is an outbreak of disease. A lot of Yemen's infrastructure, its roads, buildings, hospitals, have been destroyed.
Nobody cares.
So even though bacterial infections like cholera are
Nobody
often
cares.
preventable by doing things like cooking food thoroughly and drinking clean water, many people in Yemen can't get clean water, and the spread of cholera has now sickened hundreds of thousands across the country.
Fatima is being treated for suspected cholera. So is Wajida and Ariam. They are just 3 of the more than 400,000 children in Yemen who are believed to have the disease. The grinding civil conflict between Houthi militants and the internationally recognized Hadi government, supported by the US-backed Saudi-led coalition, began in 2015. It's resulted in the collapse of the country's healthcare system and the world's largest humanitarian crisis. More than half of all health facilities have closed due to damage, destruction, or lack of funds. They're short on medicine and supplies. That means more than 15 million people, more than half Yemen's population, lack access to basic healthcare. CNN is not currently able to access many areas in Yemen, but the International Rescue Committee is one of several organizations working there and has provided CNN with this footage. Cholera is caused by ingesting bacteria from contaminated water or food. The disease is treatable, but because of the devastation of Yemen's healthcare systems, this is the world's worst cholera outbreak. According to the UN, there have been more than 750,000 suspected cases across the country, the largest single-year outbreak ever recorded globally. And because there is so little clean water or proper sanitation, that number could rise to 1 million by the end of the year.
10-second trivia. What is meant by the term duodecimal? The Dewey Decimal System, relating to 12, circle of fifths, or having 2 decimal places? The adjective duodecimal describes a system of numbers based on 12. For example, much of the world uses a duodecimal time system. The idea for that probably came from the ancient Egyptians, who are believed to have set 10 hours for daylight, plus 1 for dawn and 1 for twilight. And though methods of keeping time have changed since then, the word time is said to be the most common noun in the English language. And one person in charge of standardizing time is the subject of today's Great Big Story. If we told you something recently sold at auction for $38 million, You might think it was a humongous diamond, a rare Ferrari, an original by Van Gogh. This is a bowl, a $38 million bowl, a bowl that set an auction record. Why? Because it's an extremely rare piece of Chinese porcelain dating back 900 years. Back then, it was used to clean calligraphy and paintbrushes. The last bowl like this that was auctioned off fetched $27 million, which might seem unbelievable, but both of them certainly bowl someone over. You know what I'm saying? We're not sure if it's microwave or dishwasher safe, but we doubt it's going to be used for soup. Something that can hold such a bold bid must be worth more than its weight in gold to motivate somebody to take the bowl by the horns. I'm Carl Azus for CNN.
10.
It was received with a mixture of wonder, awe, and downright panic.